Hi guys and welcome back to a new video. In today's video I will make a top 10 of all the best weapons you can farm in game in order to make a lot of gold. So for this top 10 I won't take into consideration all the different items that you can craft because I will make another separate top 10 because there's just too many weapons. Also I will include only the weapons that have a pretty good sell rate. So this is one of the main criteria I will use. There is of course the overall value of the item, the sell rate, the uniqueness of the item, and the difficulty of accessing the item. So for instance, even if you have many items that are extremely interesting in terms of prices, such as very rare drops, removed from the game items, things like that, they might not be part of this top 10 because the sell rate might be extremely low, or because it's just items that are so rare that I'm not even considering putting them on the ranking. So I'm gonna go from the number 10 to number 1, and each time I will provide some information on how you can get the item, give the value for both US and European realms, and explain whether this is good on high pop, medium pop, or low pop realms. So let's start with what is gonna be, in my opinion, the number 10, and this is the Ethereum Phase Blade. So this blade, as you can see, is pretty decent looking. This is a unique appearance because there was another dagger that had the same skin, but it was a dagger and it has been removed from the game. So this is already pretty good. The sell rate is really good with 0.08, and we're gonna see that the value is also pretty interesting. So when it comes to European realms, this sword is selling for between 5,000 to 11,000 gold, and on many realms there's none available. And on US realms it's between 3,000 and 11,000 gold, and here, as you can see, there's also many realms that just doesn't have any of these swords. So in order to get the sword, you just want to come here in Outland, in the Neverstorm, and in this city, the Stormspire, and then you want to talk to this vendor, dealer Jaden, and here when you put all, you will see that he's selling all these different items. So you have over unique items such as this pole arm, this dagger, and you also have this Ethereum face blade. So really this is extremely easy. As you can see, I'm going to buy another one, and like that you can really just put them on the auction house, and hopefully at some point they will sell. So extremely easy. It's only 5 gold. On most rooms they should be available. Make sure when you arrive to click on all, because if for instance I arrive only on warrior, it won't show. So really put all, and like that you can get the sword. So at number 9 we're gonna have a category of items, and these are the different green BOEs from Battle for Azeroth, and more especially from Nazashar. So you have different type of BOEs from BFA, but some of them are still pretty interesting because the skin is unique, as you can see from these 2 items, and because as not a lot of people are playing anymore, people are just interested in getting the appearance, and so they'll buy it from the auction house. So as you can see, we have this warglaive that is extremely cool looking. This is from Najator, and then we have, for instance, this pole arm. So the sell rates on both of these items are pretty good, 0.10 and 0.06, and as you can see, the value is between 20 to 7k gold for this one, and 3 to 1k gold for this one. But on most realms, for instance right now on one of the highest populated realms in European realms, you can see that it's 5k gold. So these ones are pretty easy to get. For instance, recently there is the YouTuber called Student Albatross that made a video to talk about how you can try to get some of these items. And so all you want to do is go in Najatar, and you can come around here, and you will be able to kill a lot of mobs, and you will get the different pole arms, different warglaives. And then for the other items, you can really do many different type of farms. For instance, you can go in all these different areas, and if you're, for instance, farming the mounts or things like that in the different areas, you will be able to get some of these green items. So any world open farms can reward you with these different items. And again, I would say that the 2 most interesting ones are these warglaives and this staff. Now at number 8, I'm gonna have all the different cosmetic weapons from Shadowlands. So With Shadowlands, and especially with patch 9.2, we have a lot of new cosmetic weapons that have been introduced into the game, and most of them are very interesting. So as you can see, most of them have like a sell rate of like 0.40, 0.30. Like, so this is really going to be like the average sell rate you will find. And all of them have unique appearances. So really these are appearances you can only collect through the cosmetic item. And so this is why a lot of people are buying them. So I'm only putting them at number 8 because even if like the sell rate is incredible and that the prices on many of them are very interested, unfortunately on many, like especially medium pop and high pop realms, you will find these items for really just like, you know, a crap price. Like as you can see here, none of them really have an interesting value. There is just this one that is at 2k, but even that is not very interesting. So on many low pop realms and medium pop realms, you can still probably sell them for like up to, you know, like 10, 20, or even 50k gold. I know, for instance, for the maces. But unfortunately, on many realms, it's not the case, even if it will probably be the case again when the new expansion will launch, because people will just play less Shadowlands, and so there's going to have a scarcity in terms of these cosmetic items. But again, I don't know if they will still have a huge demand for these items, so this is why I'm only putting them at number 8. And when it comes to how to get these different items, you have different ways to getting them. So when you are in Shadowlands, you want to go to Zereth Mortis, and you can kill, for instance, all the different mobs that are in this part of Zereth Mortis. You will normally be able to get some of these cosmetics. Then there are other ways. For instance, the 2 maces can be dropped from like a treasure chest that I made a video about. So if you want to learn more, you can just watch the video and you will see how you can get these different maces. So now at number 7, we're gonna have the Plundered Molten Reaper. So this axe is pretty interesting. As you can see, the skin is very cool. This is a recolor from one of the weapons from the Blackrock Foundry, and really this is a weapon that is pretty well used by many players. So as you can see, there is a sell rate of 0.10, which is pretty good. And again, this is an item that is not too difficult to get. So in order to get this item, you need to do the different island expeditions from Battle for Azeroth, and this is not like too difficult to get. You can also, if you're really, for instance, targeting this item, you can like purchase like specific boxes with the different currency. And for this weapon, you need to buy the elemental salvage crate. This is one of the vendors that is just next to the like harbor where you can like enroll for the different island expeditions. So if you want this weapon in particular, you can directly buy it from the elemental salvage crates. Again, this is not a guaranteed drop, but you will have an increased chance of getting the weapon. And yeah, when it comes to the value, it's also pretty interesting. So as you can see on US realms, it's going to be between 20k and 66k. So it's honestly pretty good. And then for European realms, excuse me, it's just going to be there. For European realms, it's between 20k and 35k gold. So after that, at number 6, we're gonna have the 2 Teebus, straight sword and long sword. So the straight sword right now is having a better sell rate and a better value. So as you can see, this one has a 0.06 sell rate, and the value is like pretty good as well. And then you have the original version that has a 0.02 sell rate and also like a very good value. I think this one is just more difficult to get, so this is why there is a higher price, and this is why the sell rate is a little bit lower. But still, these 2 weapons are very interesting, especially the one from BFA, this BFA version. So for the European realms, you will have on average a value of like 400k gold to 460k gold, and for US realms, it's gonna be like between 300k gold and 460k gold. So at number 5, we're gonna have the Ethereum Nexus-Reaver. So this axe is very cool, and as you can see, this is also a unique appearance. So the sell rate on this axe is 0.09, and this is also an item with a pretty good value. So on average on European realms, this one has a value of like 56k gold to 100k gold, and on US realms it's going to be 77k gold to 120k gold. So really the value is extremely good, especially for an item that has a sell rate of 0.09. So in order to get this axe, you just want to come here at the entrance of the Black Temple, and you will find, if you're lucky, the world boss called Doomwalker. So this world boss only spawns, I believe, like every 6 to 8 hours, something like that. And so it might be a little bit difficult to find him. And once you find him, you will get 2 loots from this boss, but it's not guaranteed to be the axe. You can get, for instance, 2 axes if you're extremely lucky, but you can also get like maybe some cloaks or things like that. So loots that are not very useful. In order to maximize your chance to find a boss, what I would recommend you to do is to always go there with your war mode on activated. Then try to find the boss, and if you see that it's not here, just go in one of these cities nearby and remove your war mode on, and then come back, and you might find him in war mode off. So that increases a little bit your chance to get the boss. And also, if you just want to, like, you know, farm the boss, but in the most easiest way, you can just leave one of your toon like on this area, and then just logging, you know, like maybe every 2-3 hours, see if the boss is up or not, and then log off. So this is one of the best way, I would say, to farm these like world bosses, because they're static, they don't move, and so you can just really do that. So now at number 4, we're gonna have the famous Plundered blade of the Northern King. So this blade is also a weapon that you can get from the island expedition, and as you can see, the sell rate is also gonna be 0.10. And yeah, the skin is unique, and it's really cool. This is one of the coolest looking sword, I would say, that has been added to the game for the past few expansions. In terms of value, on European realms, it's going to be on average between 85k gold to 97k gold, and when it comes to US realms, it's going to be between 100k gold and 137k. So in order to get the weapon, you just need to run some island expedition. And if you want to increase a little bit your chance, again, to the vendor that is just next to the, you know, like area where you can like enroll for this different island expedition, you can buy the Jorundal salvage, and you have like a 29% chance of getting the weapon. So really, for me, this is like the easiest way, I would say, to get the weapon. So at number 3, I'm gonna put the Varruth Guillotine. So this is the BOE from Zereth Mortis, 246 eye level. So this item is extremely interesting because, first of all, right now this is an item that everyone wants to buy because this is the best weapon you can buy on the auction house. So really, this is something that a lot of people will use. But also because, again, the appearance of this item is a unique appearance, and this is also a very cool sword. So at the moment, of course, the sell rate is very high. This is 0.68, and this is a weapon that you will sell most likely for, you know, a lot of gold. But I think that even after the end of Shadowlands, this weapon will remain a very valuable transmog weapon because, again, the appearance is unique and is extremely cool. So I'm sure that even after the end of the expansion, you will still be able to sell this item for a lot of gold. So the value on European realms is between 220k gold to 260k gold, which is really good. And on US realms, it's between 295k gold to 207k gold. So really a good value for a weapon with 0.68 of sell rate. In order to get the weapon, the easiest way is to come in Zereth Mortis and to kill some of the most sworn strikers. I made a full video on how you can try to get the weapon, so you can go and check it out. So now at number 2, we're gonna have the Hope Ender. So this sword has been added in the Burning Crusade, and you can drop it from another world boss, this time Doom Lord Kazakh. So really, this is again a weapon that has a unique appearance, and so this is, you know, why a lot of people will still purchase it to this day. As you can see, the current sell rate is 0.12, which is extremely good for a weapon with this value. So on European realms, it's going to be between 28k gold to 38k gold. and on US realms it's between 57k gold and 81k gold. So really the value is extremely good, and again keep in mind that this is a 0.12 satellite weapon, so most likely you will be able to sell it pretty quickly. So in order to get the item, this is the same thing as with Doom Walker. You need to go in Outland, and this time it's going to be in Hellfire Peninsula. Then you want to come here, and you will find Doom Walker just there. So again, this is like a world boss that spawns every 6 hours on average. And again, this is not a guaranteed drop, so you might get over loots, and maybe also like some loots that are not very worth it, but you can also get 2 swords, which is really good. So the easiest way to farm this weapon and to farm the world boss is to come here in the, Pathfinder Den, portal room in Orgrimmar, or you can find the same in Stormwind, and then you just want at the entrance of the portal to Shattrath talk to this mage, and then you can ask to be transported directly to the Dark Portal. So you will arrive directly at the entrance of the Hellfire Peninsula, just here. Then what you want to do is fly to Doomlord Kazakh with War Mode on, try to find if he's up or not, and then just come here for old players, and probably there are also other cities nearby, probably just here for Alliance players, and then remove War Mode on, and then come back and you can check if he's up with War Mode off. And then like that, you can see very quickly you have 2 chances. This is extremely fast because you can do it directly being here in Orgrimmar. And yeah, again, you can also decide to, just leave one of your character. But I would say that here it's even better because it doesn't take a lot of time, and you can have 2 chances, one with War Mode on and one with War Mode off. So for me, this is the best way to do it, and this is why, in my opinion, it's not too difficult to get this weapon. And now for our number 1, I'm gonna have to put the Exodar Life Staff. So for me, this staff is really one of the best weapons you can currently farm, and one of the weapons that you will make the most gold with. So this is also one of the drop from Doomlord Kazakh, and as you can see, the settle rate is also 0.12. So the value on European realms is between 30 to 50k gold, and on US realms it's between 50 to 212k gold, so probably more around 50k gold, but still you will most likely be able to sell it for a little bit more on many realms. And again, this is a unique appearance, so extremely interesting. So in order to get the weapon, this is exactly the same as for Hopender, and so yeah, just need to kill Doomlord Kazakh, and after that you will have a chance to get the weapon. So really for me, this is my top 10, and I know that there is like a lot of other items. I actually also have like a few honorable mentions just before I end this video. So these items are interesting, but of course they're not even close from all the other items I talked about in this video. So for instance, you have the famous Warmonger, which is like one of the wall drop from classic WoW. So this one is very cool, unique appearance, and as you can see, the settle rate is 0.06 with value on average of like 8k gold, so pretty good. You also have like the different items you can get from the raids from Cataclysm. So you have, for instance, this one from the Ragnaros raid. You have this one. All these items are extremely easy to get, and as you can see, the sell rate is always like around 0.10, and the value is around 1.5k on average. You have others of these items, but really these are some easy items to get. Same here, you have the Assassination Blade, another wall drop from Vanilla WoW, 0.10 of sell rate and 1.6k on average in terms of value. You have the Enzo sword, so this one is 0.04 and also 10k value. This is another world drop and really not too difficult to get, if I can be honest. You have this one that is another drop from Doomwalker, so this is another unique appearance and 0.06. It's just that the value is a little bit less interesting, and also the item in general is a little bit less interesting, but still a very nice drop as well to get. You have this Tremendous Tankard or Terror. So this one is a drop when you're killing the Koren Dire Brew boss during the Brewfest event. And one thing that is interesting with this one is that most likely when the Brewfest event will be up, you will be able to buy like, dozens of them for like not even 100k 100 gold, because people are just trying to like sell them very fast. And yeah, after that you have like many other interesting drops. You have, for instance, the chromatic sword 0.03. This one is a little bit more challenging to get. You need to kill Scalebelly in the Cape of Stranglehorn, but it's still a very interesting item to get, and also a unique appearance. You also have, for instance, the Gloaming Blade 0.03, and as you can see, on average the value is like 400k gold, something like that. This one is a wall drop, and this is also pretty difficult to get, so this is why I didn't include it in this video. And yeah, after that you're really gonna have like a lot of other weapons, but these are the main ones I wanted to mention. And again, keep in mind that I will make another video this time for all the weapons that you can craft. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you'll be able to make some gold with these different weapons. And yeah, I'll try to make more videos very soon. And in the meantime, I wish you the best of luck and a great weekend. And I will be back very soon. Bye.